Hmm. Anyways, yeah. So I think now it is visible to all. Yeah. Okay. So we begin with number one. Okay. Now we are playing as white, and in this one we go with d4. Okay, d3. All right. d5. So we take this knight to f3, such that he go with bishop f5. Now bishop f5 is a very sharp move, not allowing e4. So we have a straightforward response, bishop coming out to f4, you go with knight f6. Knight f6, so we go with g3. Like g3 is a very good move, he go with e6. Okay, so black's going a very good move. Alright, so we go with bishop over here, bishop g2. So he go with knight bd7. Hmm. Now he is indirectly developing the piece, preparing for c5 in the next move. So we can try d4. But first of all, we must castle because king safety is very important. And then this is black's turn. If he tries something like c5, okay, so he go with bishop e7. Now bishop e7 was the response where we go with knight. Okay, we go with knight to a5. Knight x4 attacking this bishop. He take the bishop behind. We choose to develop the knight to c3. Now we can try pushing the pawn forward e4. Okay, he goes c6. So if I try e4, e eliminate, we eliminate back, knight eliminate, we eliminate. Okay. So we go with e4. Now e4 is a very special move taking the control of the center. He go with bishop x5. So we simply take the queen d2 and support the bishop. Ultimately, he go with x6, trying to create a poke like this. So in this position, we try to have a basic response, very basic response. We take this knight behind and just secure our piece. He go with g5, okay? So we take this bishop also. If we push this pawn forward, then this does not make sense a lot. But if he does, then okay, he go with queen c7. So queen c7, now I can try bishop here, but if we push, I'll take, knight take. Okay, so I can try bishop over here, but the problem is knight capturing it. Hmm. I mean, sorry, bishop come here, then he play this. Yeah, that's the problem. So in this position, we go with, like, literally this position is quite tough. Uh, I think I can go with this h4. So x4, if we accept, knight takes it, and why x4? The main reason is if black captures, we accept it, the bishop will be open attacking this center. So that's the main plan. Now black captures it good. We also eliminate the bishop activated. We can now attack. So now our main plan is to go with d4, e5. Okay, he take the knight g4. Knight g4, trying to attack this bishop, activating the bishop, attacking my knight. So these are all the variations that can be visible. Eventually, if I try bishop here once again, he can push the pawn forward, or so we just remove this knight. Otherwise, you can observe the bishop capturing it, right? So I think let's take this knight behind. We can make a way, like knight going there, attacking this knight, right? So we don't need to worry a lot. Now, in this position, the most preferred response is bishop over here. Priority should be castling. Otherwise, with secondary terms, he can play bishop here, trying to attack towards this 5. I mean this diagonal. Because this diagonal is very strong diagonal. So let's see what black responds. I mean, he go with long castling, okay. So he just need to save his. Anyways, we can take this bishop. If I take the bishop there, he push it, and then they will not make a point. So I go with bishop, and now if I take this bishop, then he will eliminate this bishop. So ultimately, we need to move this bishop. Taking the bishop to capture that pawn will not be a better option because if I take this, he can push this pawn one step forward and make my position difficult. So I think we take the bishop x3, attacking this knight. Ultimately, I have to like give up the bishop. Hmm. Okay. For God's sake, kindly give me one winning. Anyways, 8 minutes and 15 seconds, and Black's thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. Knight capturing the bishop, so I think queen should capture in order to secure this knight. And once again, so we lost a very important bishop. We can say black is leading this game. So he go with bishop here. Bishop c5. Easily play d4, kick the bishop behind. The bishop goes back. So we have a simple response playing e5. Now we can observe that his position is quite close. Uh, we need to defend this knight. Now we can take this knight there, or we can take the knight there. Now this is a tough one. Like we need to decide in which side we should take this knight. We need to remove this knight because it is under attack from the bishop. So moving the knight is important. Okay, so first of all, we go with taking this knight behind so that we can take this knight there attack. First of all, we'll go with c3, add a defender, and then we can take this knight there. Okay, so knight goes there, attacking the bishop. He can take, we will also take it back. Like, okay, hi Ayan, I am Javed, welcome to my channel. So in this position, like trade is possible. Otherwise, if he don't trade, then we also don't care. Okay, he traded. We can accept it, and suddenly Blackstone he can no. So I think this bishop is not developed. He must try to figure out some options like c5. If I take, the bishop will be developed. That's his plan. Now we are enough aware for that plan, so we'll not allow this to happen. So in order to find such moves, we go with rook c1. The main reason, hi RSFS, welcome to my channel. The main reason of this move is if we accept, we'll take back the rook will be attacking this file. Ultimately, this queen will be ours. So let's see. But I'm very sure black is not going to sacrifice the queen like that only. Because queen is very important for each and every male. So we go with b3 attacking this. Ultimately, he knight take e5. Okay. So I think this was a nice sacrifice. Pawn takes it, and then what is the main plan? We need to figure it out. If I take it back, then what will happen? Queen takes it. That's not going to work a lot. So I don't think so. There is any reason. We'll take it. He go with rook takes on it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a pin, and that's the advantage of the pin. We cannot capture it. Wonderful. Wonderful. He take. We'll go with king h2, attacking this rook. So rook can come here. Yeah, rook f3. Now we need to take this knight behind. So I think I'm losing this one. Knight goes to e2. Eliminate. We go with knight g3. Maybe rook takes. That's a possible move. Okay, so black's turn. Rook take g3. Yeah, I was gonna say. Rook take g3. Yeah, quite familiar for me. He go with h5. Okay. My opponent is playing very nice. Like he is going to push it, take advantage of the pin. Wow. This was a very nice strategy from black. I'm amazed from this. King c2 attacking this rook. So now he can take this rook behind, or maybe he can capture. That's his choice. Ultimately, I'm just gonna say I'm losing this game. Alright, so now let's see what he responds. Uh, I think so. Since this rook is under attack, his priority must be to defend this rook. So otherwise, if we don't defend, then that will be a mistake for white. He can try to take this rook behind and then place the rook here. Wait, rook f6, rook x6, and then add a support to this pawn. And that's something what he's going to do. So we just try to give some threats. F4 attacking the queen. He can try. So he needs to defend his queen such that he will take the queen behind, and then we can make the queen to be underdeveloped for some time. Okay, so 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. He go with queen e3. So queen e3, we can take this rook there, right? So, okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. What is happening? So okay, I resigned this game. Hi, the chat 10. Welcome to my channel. So we look for another game, and I hope so I get easy opponent. So e4, and I think let's begin with the French defense. You go with d4, so we go with d5. Bishop e3, like this is just giving up a free pawn. F3. Okay, I think this is the Alapin gambit where he just gave up 2 pawns, like you can observe. Okay, knight f6, controlling the center, which is very important. So let's see what white responds. White take the knight c3, where we take the bishop e4, creating pin. So ultimately, we can try to take this knight towards the center, adding up support like this. Okay, so white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He go with a3. So we'll choose to take this bishop behind to a5. If he tries to push, we can take the bishop there and add an attacker to the center. So we'll go with knight towards the center, knight e4, and attack this knight, making the bishop to go back in order to remove this kind of pin. Okay, so white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Otherwise, let's see what he responds. If you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream and do subscribe to the channel. Okay, so black's turn, white's turn, and white's having 9 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, thinking for this move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Alright, so let me calculate. From my calculations, playing bishop back. Okay, bishop d2. Now bishop d2 was the response. We can try to put some pressure, but before that, we need to note that our knight is under attack. So if I take this knight behind, that won't help a lot. Alright, so I think we need to make one of the captures. So we'll go with knight take on the bishop. Knight take bishop, where what he choose? Queen takes it. So queen take d2, and then we activate our knight, attacking towards the center. So now central attack is very important, and that's what we are doing. We go with castling. We take this bishop behind, take the advantage of the pin. Now we have one, two, three attackers towards this pawn. So let's see what he responds. Like, let's see. He can take this knight behind in order to secure this. Otherwise, he can take any of this rook over here to defend. Like white is having a lot of options. He go with knight e2. So we can even push the pressure with this. But the main problem, if I try e5 and knight there, right? So first of all, we go with castling and then we can try for e5. Okay, so this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. So I think in this position, wait, what happened? Oh yeah, finally my internet connection came back. Thank God. Okay, so c3. C3 was the response. So in this position, uh, he's adding a supporter to respond. We go with e5 and e5 was the response. Now let's see what the response over here. Hmm. Okay, so he go with king h1. So we can try to push the pawn forward or even capture this. If we push the pawn forward, then we can make the knight to move. Hmm. So we go with pushing. Okay, we capture this pawn because that was a weak pawn, right? So we just remove it. So we go with knight capturing it. Okay, knight take d4, where we go with knight capturing it back. And this was a trade, knight trade. He eliminated. So we eliminate this knight. White eliminated back from the pawn. We go with this c5, and it is a secret strategy to win one pawn. So let's see what white responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, alright. So this is his turn. We go with rook f4. Rook f4, we can easily capture. Okay, so or maybe we can add a pressure. So we'll go with this b6. Like we can make a way for the bishop like this. He take the rook here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Attackers towards this. So now, since we can observe the attacks, we go with queen c7 and add up a supporter to this pawn. Like, let's see what white responds. White is trying to have a lot of attacks towards this pawn. So maybe he joined the queen also. Okay, rook takes f7. Alright, alright. Capture it. Rook captures it. Now he's making me queenless, which I never want to be in my life, but I have no other choice. So queen take f7. Okay, we eliminate it. And now I'm really missing my queen. So we eliminate it. Now queen comes up seriously. And that's the reason I'm missing my queen. Okay, so I resign this game. Now we look for another game where this time we are playing. Okay. Hmm. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. So we go with e4, the king's pawn opening. He approached the game. Alright. If you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Just send me the challenges towards my chess.com ID. We can play against each other. e4, the king's pawn opening. e5, so we take the knight f3 attack towards the center, making my opponent play knight c6. Petrov defends on the board. So in case of Petrov defense, we simply respond with knight c3, making the pawn to be secured. Knight c6, take the bishop out, develop it, and make the space for castling. So let's see what he responds. Okay, I think so. In this position, taking the bishop outside, now I can guess for this. But the main problem is the knight over here. So I think first of all, let's castle, making the knight to go there towards the center because that's important. You go with castling, we take the knight towards the center, that is knight d5, making my opponent to trade. Maybe that's possible. And if we trade, then pawn capture it, attack towards the knight. Otherwise, if we don't trade, then we can figure out for some options. First of all, why I played knight d5? The main plan is I can play c3, knight e4. So like he left his pawn hanging. Okay, he can also capture our pawn, but now in this position, you might be thinking that he could have captured it. Then that won't be possible because I could play queen to e1 and attackers. But now knight to d4. Now I cannot play queen over here, right? Or queen e1 because he can eliminate this pawn. So this is a tough position. We have a basic response, d3, securing this pawn, and at the same time activating the bishop. He go with knight take d5. Now, in such cases, easily capturing up from the bishop. Okay, he go with c6. We take this bishop behind to b3. Knight capturing on the bishop is a possible move. Let's see what he responds. Okay, so this is white's turn. I mean black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight take f3, giving check. Queen takes it back, securing the check, and you can observe this. In this position, if I want to tell you, then in this position, easy response was knight capturing the bishop. Knight capturing this bishop, where after I capture, he could have tried for center attack. But he go with the knight take and then queen e7. Now, once again, he can go for it, but he's not. So that's a good news for us. We go with c3, preparing for this. First of all, we'll take the bishop to e3, remove this bishop, and then push this pawn. Okay, so we go with this d4, attack the center with tempo. Now let's see what black responds. We capture back, attack this bishop, and then bishop goes to b6. So we need to support these two pawns. We go with this e5, a very simple response. Now why e5? There are two reasons. Number one, securing this pawn by adding one supporter. And number two, playing the bishop over here, activating this diagonal. So these are the two reasons. Okay, now he go with d5. End passing move possible over here. But with end passing, queen can eliminate and that will not be a lot helpful for us. Right? So we go with some attacking moves like bishop c2, bishop c2 attacking this pawn, so he can try g3 or maybe he can try bishop f5. So now once again I have end person, and this time end person is important because if I eliminate then the bishop will be activated, and that's the main reason. Or I can even try queen over here, making the bishop going there. So now this is a kind of tough position. So I think we should go for n percent. Now e take f6, rook takes it. Okay. So we can have this bishop there. We eliminate it. You take the rook behind. We'll take it back. So I think we go with bishop. Bishop g5. Rook takes. We'll take. He'll secure the rook. We'll take the bishop there. So the position will be equal. Okay. Rook takes f3. We go with the bishop take e7. He go with securing this rook. Otherwise, you may observe we will be ahead of material. Rook f4. Rook f4 was the response. We go with this. Okay. Now I think black is winning the game. If I go with this, we eliminate. The rook comes here, attacking the pawn, bishop. Okay. So we have a winning continuation. Bishop g5. If he eliminates, then he is in trouble because bishop comes here attacking that bishop. Okay, so thankfully I'm going to win this game and I may share a party. Okay, rook may go there, try to attack bishop g4. Try to figure out why he played bishop g4. Like literally, there was no reason for this. Okay, so we eliminated bishop eliminate, try to attack this pawn. We need to secure, so we go with rook b1, securing this pawn. Okay, I hope the reasons are clear. Rook e8. Okay, okay. So I can understand what you want to do. We go with x3 first, try to eliminate this bishop. These two powerful bishops are enough to fight against one rook. Yes, that's true. These two bishops are very important. So we need to crush these two bishops. And yes, I have found a way. G4, maybe like, oh, whoa, rook e2, a big blunder. Bishop going there, rook coming here, take this pawn or even take that pawn, right? Okay. So what I can do in this, bishop going there, rook may take this pawn. Okay. Go play Candy Crush. Actually, I don't play Candy Crush. Hello, 911. 911? Oh my god, I don't have any emergency actually. Okay, bishop take x7. We capture, black's turn. Okay, black capture. We eliminated rook capture that pawn. Bishop capture it. Good. Very good. So rook coming here, try to attack that bishop. Making a fair trade. That will be equal. But now, the main problem, 4 pawns and that bishop. This is the only main problem of my opponent because these he can use these 4 pawns to be pushed further and win the game easily. Yes, he can win easily. So rook coming over here, making trade. Rook there, king goes there, attack this. Rook will go there. Okay, okay. We can play king there. My God, obviously, I am having higher material, but still, I am losing this game. Okay, I take it, but still black can go to rook there. He can attack any of these 2 pawns. King goes there, secure this pawn. He eliminated, and now rook there. Now I think I'm winning this game, thankfully. Okay, so now rook bc2 attacking that pawn. d4, we eliminate this pawn. Black should not eliminate, but let's see what he responds. He could easily push the pawn forward. Okay, so black's turn and black's turn. Let's see how black responds over here. Very simple response to h5. So we eliminate this pawn. Now these 2 weak pawns, we are not scared for that. Rook coming to d6, attacking the pawn. Ultimately, black go with rook g5, try to give a check. King goes to x2 and secure our position. Now our king is safe. So that's happy. Our king is happy and we are also happy. And finally, black resigns the game. So we go with another game and this time we are playing as white. So we'll go with the Catalan opening. White playing the bishop move which pinned the rook to the queen. Wait. Uh, 911, you are talking about this game? White playing the bishop move which pinned the rook to the queen. White playing the bishop move which pinned the rook to the queen. I cannot understand your comment. Try to make it more clear. Okay. So I was going to play the Catalan opening. Okay. G3 playing bishop to G2, preparing for castling, and that's the Catalan opening. So we go with castling. Now the main purpose of Catalan opening is he will eliminate. Okay, he does not. Knight e5, and now our bishop is going to be activated along with the knight towards the center. So that's the main purpose of Catalan opening. Knight bd7. Okay. All right. So like we don't want trades. We take this knight behind, or we can even capture this knight. So we eliminate this knight, and after he eliminates, we take the knight to d2, making the knight here. That's the plan. Now, this knight towards the center is very important. Okay, so knight goes there, preparing for knight towards e5. Okay, so now he can try bishop here, but if he tries, we can go with c5 and we can make the bishop cry. So he go with castling, we go with knight e5 attacking the queen. He cannot eliminate because the knight can eliminate. So I think our position is all set. Bishop f4 and take the control like this. Okay, knight going to d7. Good. So this is a very good response. We can have a fair trade of knight, or we can even try this. But the problem, knight capturing this. So maybe we should take this knight behind, right? But if I take the knight behind, then I don't think so it will help a lot. Okay, so we'll choose to take it. Queen take it, of course, and then c5, blocking the bishop. So we also have our open bishop diagonal. Alright. So this is a leading game for us, and I don't want to lose this game. Okay, bishop f6. Playing e3 will make my position quite complicated because with e3 the bishop will be blocked like this. Okay, so I think we should go with bishop d6, making the bishop go back. That's my main plan. Okay, okay, rook e8. That was the plan. All right, we are having a very strong bishop there, so that's happy. We can go with rook here, try to push the pawn forward. So I think rook over here, rook e1. The plan is all clear, attacking the center. Bishop going there, trying to plant bishop here, attacking this is the mid plan. So easily we go with e4, attacking this bishop. This bishop is under attack. So he need to either take it or take the bishop behind. So he take it. We go with bishop capturing, attacking that bishop. He eliminate, okay. So rook also eliminated. He go with bishop c7. And now let's think for the winning continuation. Either we should accept the trade or not. In my case, we should not. In my case, that's my case actually. We can take the bishop there, but that won't help a lot because he can push it, right? Hmm. If I leave that bishop there, then black would win. So I think if I take this bishop there, he can play this. All right. So black is having a lot of attacking options, right? But we don't want to give that bishop. Okay. So I need to give up that bishop for a reason. Queen eliminates it, and now, okay, I want to play this so that he cannot go with center attack. That's why we go with f4. If he tries this, then we simply ignore it. He go with b6, okay? b4 and secure it. Now he accepted, and that was the position what I was going to talk. Now, as you all know, if you apply some center attack qualities, then you may say that we must capture from B because it will control these squares. Now, if you want to know, we have to capture from this because it opens up the queen diagonal, queen file, making a3 possible, creating the three pawn structure. That's why T take on it is the most preferred move. Queen f3. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Queen to d7 was the response. So now we go with this a3, securing this pawn. Ultimately, black's turn and black gonna play this. Try to force some trades. Otherwise, the position is neutral. Okay. So let's see what happens. You go with queen d3. So we just accept his trade. Now he also accept at, we go with king g2, making the way for the king. King h3. Okay. So black's turn and black go with g6. King g4. Oh shit. My god. Black missed the move. This. So now we are aware for that. So we need to remove the rook. Rook c4. Like this was a very good move, which black missed. Okay. So 7 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. I just realized when I played one move. Okay. Black's turn. If we go with this, you go with rook d2. So we go with this x4. Our main plan to go with h5, attack towards this pawn. He go with h5 check. Now I cannot play this because he will give it a mate. If I go with king there, so I go with king h3. King h3, and this is making a safer position for the king. He go with doubling up of rooks. We go with this a4. He can try this. Rook here, try to double up and deliver the mate. Rook b2. Okay, very smart move. If I push, he'll take, he'll take, and then rook takes. So I am, wait, I push, he'll take, will take, he will take it. Okay. So in this position, we'll go with rook a3. He can double up. We'll push it. Okay, wait. So now we go with pushing the pawn forward. G4. He tried to check like this, win the pawn. So king g3. Rook here. King there. He eliminate the pawn. And that's a possible continuation. So rook g2 check. King f3. He eliminate this pawn. King e4. So like playing on chess.com is very difficult. Anyways, black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He go with this rook e2 check. So we have no other option. We go with king d4. And now black's turn. Black can push the pawn forward easily. No, he cannot. If he push, then rook will capture it. So rook capturing this pawn, like literally, black is having a lot of options. A lot. Okay, so let's see what he responds. He eliminated this pawn, and now we are going to lose this game. We're gonna go cry. Okay. Black's turn, and black is thinking. I don't think so. Why he's thinking a lot? Actually, he must not, because it is very easy for him. Rook d2 check. Okay, king was there. He delivered a mate. If I play king here, that's a mate. So I think king over here is the only option. And then king there, I mean rook there, king there. Okay, so black's turn. And I think so this is a very difficult game. So we resign. And now we are going to look for another game. This time we play as white. So we go with d4, the queen's pawn opening. We go with d5, we'll go with c4, the queen's gambit on the board. He kept accepted. Okay, so he accepted it. Now we go with e3, activating the bishop diagonal, attacking this pawn. I hope he don't go with b5 because that's a very silly line. B takes c4, activating the bishop, making the knights to be developed and then prepare for castling. So knight f3, preparing for castling, and then the castle. Ultimately, black's turn and black go with g6 or e6. Okay, e6. So we go with a3, not allowing the bishop to come here. Bishop d6. We take the knight towards c3, preferring for the knight development, playing rook e1 so that we can push towards the center. Ultimately, black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so black go with knight bd7. We easily push the pawn e4, and we are going to make e5 in the future. If we try to push it forward, then once again this will be a tough position. If we push this pawn forward, that's why he take the bishop back. Thankfully, now I should not push this because the bishop diagonal will be open. Otherwise, if I push it, the knight towards the center, and that would be fair trade. So if I go with this and he does not accept, okay. So we go with bishop to f4, developing our bishop. Like that's all. Focus on your development, you will win easily. Okay. So black's turn and black goes c6. Now he is blocking his development on his own. Okay. d5 he take, knight take, he'll take, bishop take, he'll take, fair trade. That's not going to help. So we'll go with b4, like we'll not allow c5. That's right. Now let's see what he responds. He go with b5. Okay, quite good response. Bishop d3. Now we can push it, activating the bishop, attack that side. Okay, so this is a black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Now let's see what he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. X6. Alright, so X6 was the response. Now it is a very good response because it is not allowing my knight or the bishop to jump here. So I can have a very simple response, and that is X4. X4. Because it won't allow this. Right? We go with attacking options, and that is E5. Attacking the knight, making the bishop develop. He take the knight towards the center and we accept the trade. Because he is going to take it from any of the pawns. He take it from this, you can observe this bishop is going to be underdeveloped, and that's an advantage for us. So we need to prepare for some moves. We go with x3. If he tries this, then we can make a way for the bishop back. Look over here. We eliminate the free pawn. Bishop take b5. That was a free pawn. He can try for a6, trying to attack this bishop. Okay, you go with knight b6. So we go with rook over here. Rook c1. We eliminate back from the queen. So he take knight c4, and easily we take this knight because the knight towards the center is very powerful. Yeah. Now he eliminated, and now he got an opportunity, golden opportunity to secure. Anyways, knight d2 attacking this. Queen can capture this pawn. Okay. Bishop d5. So b d5 was the response. We go with the okay. So we go with queen to e2. Queen, rook, and knight all are going to attack this pawn. If we try to push it forward, then knight towards that. Okay. So black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over there. In the meantime, if you are going to stream, then do like live stream. Bishop g5. So eliminated. He eliminated. We eliminate this pawn, and that's the mate. Literally, when I just played it, I just saw that mate. b3. Okay. So e5. Bishop b2. Knight c6, securing this pawn. White go with e3, we go with d5, controlling the center. Well, white's turn and white go with d3. So we take the knight outside. We go with bishop e2, we go with bishop d6, preparing for castling. So he go with knight d2. Castling was the response. He go with h4, so we go with x6. Ultimately, this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. He go with g4. So, okay, he's having a nice attacking idea. So, in this position, we'll take the knight to b4. Now, let's see what he responds. Our main plan to take this pawn. Okay, he go with a3. Alright. So, we need need to take this knight behind. If I take, he will take, bishop take, queen take, and then take this pawn. But if I take it, take this pawn, and then he captures this, then this will be a mistake. So we take this knight behind to c6. Ultimately, white is having a lot of attacking options. We go with f3. So we go with this e4, making the bishop to be activated. Bishop take f6, queen take it back. Here make this pawn. So bishop g3 give a check, making the king go there, and then we eliminate this pawn. Knight eliminated, attacking this bishop. So we go with queen e5 in order to secure. If we try to push, then queen can eliminate that knight. So we are all set. Or maybe he can, no. Okay, so let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. Now let's see what he responds. In the meantime, if we are going to stream, then to like live stream, BT3. So we go with F5, attacking the knight. If we eliminate back from the bishop, attacking this knight. Now, oh my god. Knight eliminates. Queen take on the knight. He play rook there. Where we go with queen to e5, queen towards the center, attacking this pawn. So this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Having 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so I think he can try to push this pawn forward where we can make a way for the queen. Okay, so this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. And also, if you want to challenge, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so he choose to accept it. We eliminated from the bishop. Okay, so now he's thinking for the move. Yeah. So white's turn and white is thinking. He got B take it. So rook takes it back. We can double up the rooks and attack this pawn like this. He go with e4. We choose to eliminate it because of the pin, and that's a very good advantage for us. That's the power of pin, actually. We can go with rook here and attack like this. So this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. So this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Uh, he can try to take the king towards the front in order to secure. We can add up attackers. Rook here, knight towards the center and attack. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attackers towards this pawn. He go with queen e2. We have to decline the trace, right? So queen, wait. Queen over here. So queen g4. He cannot accept because of this pin. We can take this rook here. The knight towards the center, attack this pawn. Alright, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. And if you want to play against me, you can send me challenges. Alright, so 6 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Alright. So rook over here. We choose to double up the rooks, attack this pawn. Now let's see what white responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 6 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the move. Uh, we can have rook take on it. Not now. First we'll take this knight there and then we can have. Okay. So this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. So 5 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Let's see what he responds over here. Okay. Now if I'm playing as white, you go with queen, c4 check, forcing me to trade the queens. So we just accept, giving check. He takes it. We go with knight towards the center, knight e5, attacking this pawn and this pawn, both at the same time. Ultimately, rook can come here, try to secure this pawn, or he can secure this pawn. That's his choice. So 5 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. c5, we eliminate this pawn. Knight eliminate, rook takes, he'll take, rook takes, attack this pawn. Okay. So we are all set in this position. Or knight takes it, rook takes it, give a check. And after a trade, we are going to attack this pawn. Because that's the check, right? So king goes there, we eliminate this pawn. He can go with rook here, try to attack these pawns. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Rook d1, we go with rook here. Rook c3, attacking these two pawns. Ultimately, he go with the check. Rook d8, we go with king f7. Now king to h7 was the response. We have secured our king under two pawns that you can observe. So let's see how white responds. You can go with rook d7, try to attack these pawns like this. So he go with rook b8, we go with b6. If we accept, we take it back from the pawn. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining for white. He go with rook b7, we go with rook takes c2, make the rook to c4, controlling this. Okay, so he go with h5. Alright. So we go with king g8, making the king the share and attack this pawn. Okay, so if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. Rook b8 check, king goes to f7, making a way for king f6, and like this attacking this pawn. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock remaining. He go with rook b7, we play king f6, preparing for king g5, and attack this pawn. He can try to take this rook here, where we can take this pawn. If I secure this, then he'll take the rook back post the point. So we eliminate this pawn, making this to be eliminated. And after he eliminates, we can continue pushing this pawn forward. So b5, b4, b3, and promote to a queen. That's our main plan. And let's see if we are successful in that or not. So rook e7. Rook e7, we go with pushing the pawn. b4, we go with the check. We go with king there. So rook e5 check, king goes back to g6. Now let's see what he responds. 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. We go with rook e6 check. We go with king g5. He can try to give a check. So this means we need to give up one pawn. King f6, he go with rook there. Okay, so we just ignore this pawn. We focus on these two pawns. Rook b5, yeah. So we go with c5, secure this. We can give a check, push the pawn forward. go with king g5, making this pawn to be pushed further. Okay, so x5, x4, x3, x2. That's our main plan, and white will be irritated for this. So he will smash the king there, king here, right? Hmm. Okay, so 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking, and white is going to smash the table like how Magnus Carlsen did. Okay. 2 minutes on the clock remaining for white. King d3, rook c3 check, king goes behind, push the pawn forward, promote to a queen, and crush white. Okay, so let's see what he responds. 1 minute and 53 seconds on the clock. h4, he play rook there, we go with h3, yeah. He take this rook there, yeah, and king g4, king push the king forward, push this pawn, and promote to queen. Because that's something we can do. Okay. Now we go with this b3. Push this pawn or this pawn. That's my choice. Okay. So white's turn, and now white is thinking for the move where he go with king f2. So push this pawn forward. He played the rook there. Push this pawn forward and easily win this game. So rook here check, king goes to f5, because I know he's going to give a lot of checks. That's possible. Okay. So we go with rook d8, push this pawn forward, that is x2, and he go with king here. Okay, so 1 minute and 10 seconds, we promote to queen. After he eliminates, we go with rook c1, give a check, and then promote to a queen. Ultimately, white eliminates, we eliminated back, making the pawn to be pushed further. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Finally, he resigns the game by smashing on the table. So we go with another game, and this time we go with d4, the queen's pawn opening with the c4, the queen's gambit. Queen's gambit is a very powerful opening against black. We go with e6, the queen's gambit decline. We go with g3, preparing for bishop g2, knight f3. Okay, so 9 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. He go with knight f6, bishop g2. Now this is the Catalan opening. c5, attacking this pawn. Now this is a quite trouble position. Since what we can do is a best move. Best move is ignore this pawn. Go with knight f3. Where he eliminates this, then that's the good news. Yes, that's true. That's the good news. Play Ludo. Come on, bro. I don't know. I'm not going to play Ludo. I'm happy playing chess. Anyways, knight c6. And we go with, he is trying to attack this pawn. The pawn knight can attack this. Right. So we go with this. He take it. We go with b3, preparing for bishop here and controlling the center. Let's see what he responds. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. And if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock remaining. And I hope black make a blunder. Bishop e7 castling, that will be a very easy plan. D takes e4, we accept it back. Ultimately, this is black's turn, where he take it. Now we go with the bishop b2 and add an attacker to this pawn. He can try this e5. So over here, we'll take the queen a4, create a pin. Ultimately, this is black's turn. Black can go with bishop here. Okay, so you go with bishop b4 check, knight b2, he eliminate, king eliminate. No, he eliminate, knight eliminates. The bishop will be activated, attacking this. So let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. We go with bishop d7. So we go with, okay, we go with castling. King safety is important. You go with knight there. Okay, castling was the response. So bishop to a3 attacking this pawn, I mean rook. Now we are attacking that rook. If we go with rook there. Okay, so now black's turn where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He go with rook e8. We go with the queen to c2, controlling this diagonal. If you push the pawn forward, bishop take it. A very easy response. So 8 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock remaining for black, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. That will really motivate me. Okay, queen a5. All right. So secure this bishop. Hmm. All right. So we take this bishop behind. Bishop goes back to b2, where black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. We can play this knight there and attack the queen, because that will be one of the attacking moves towards black. So black's turn where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. So black's turn. Okay. Once again, I lost the internet connection. I hope I'm live. Come on, man. My internet came back. Thank God. So rook to c8. Rook c8. Okay. So in this position, um, let's go with the knight over here and attack the queen. Ultimately, like the queen is under attack, so he needs to secure the queen. Otherwise, he needs to stay fight to his queen. And of course, black will not, because black king really cares for the queen. So now we go with this a3 and attack the queen. Ultimately, he can take the queen back. Hmm. So 7 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He got queen b6, we go c5 and attack towards this queen. So let's see what he responds. 6 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock, hmm, where we are attacking towards this queen. He can take this queen behind and secure his position, where we need to create a clash towards the center. He got queen b5, so we go with a4 and attack this. Take the bishop also. He can eliminate this pawn. Come on, man. What am I doing? I am frustrated of myself. Okay. Black's turn. I think I should go play some Ludo only, as my viewers have suggested. Bishop b2 attack this queen, and let's see what he responds. We go with queen there, so we choose to eliminate this knight. He should eliminate from the queen, otherwise he's gone. If it eliminate from the bishop, rook there, we will go with this, and that's the queen trap. Okay. So basically, as I told, capturing from the bishop won't help. So he will eliminate from the queen, because he is already 1569 rated. So yeah, queen takes e6. Rook take on a7. Now let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Hmm. So he go with bishop x3. We'll go with rook to c1, securing this pawn so that we can go with this. Oh my god. Okay. So this is my third game that I have lost and I only won two games. Okay. So this time we'll go with d4. I want one win with Catalan opening. c4, the queen's gambit. He take and then we go with this. Slap defense, g3. So black's turn where black is thinking for the move. He go with knight f6. We'll play bishop to g2, preparing for knight f3. Hmm. So he takes the pawn, we go with knight f3, preparing for knight there and attack this. Knight e5 attacking this pawn. If he tries something like b5, then that will become very easy for us. So he go with bishop e7. We'll go with queen c2 and add a attacker to this pawn. Once again, b5 and he's gone. Okay, so let's see what he responds. So 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. We go with castling. We go with a4, preparing for knight development castling. Hmm. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking. Knight bd7, we go with cast. Okay. So knight bd7, we eliminate this pawn from the knight. Now let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Having 9 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so in this position, he take the knight to d5. We take this knight to d2 because we decline the trades. That's why. So 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Until and unless we get a winning continuation, we decline all the trades. So knight d5 taking the control of the center. And once again, black's turn. Where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Okay, so 8 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. We go with queen c3 attacking the knight, which is defended by the bishop. We go with a5, where we go with castling, maintaining the king's safety, because king's safety is very important. Hmm. So let's see how black responds over here. 8 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining. And black go with knight fd5. So we'll not trade. Now if we are not going to trade, then so I think take this. Knight take it, queen goes there, pawn take it. Wow. Then we go with e4, attacking the center. Hi Sanvi, welcome to my channel. Okay, so 8 minutes on the clock remaining, where black is thinking for the move. Black accept, knight take it back. Hmm. Okay, so let's see how black responds. 7 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock remaining. Hi Akshat Patel, welcome to my channel. Hmm. Okay, so in this position, he accepted. We also take it back from the knight, activating both the knights. Let's see what he responds now. We go with knight e5. We go with queen f3, making the queen towards the king side. We can even create pawn storm and defeat our opponent. So 7 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Hmm. Okay, so in this position, playing the knight behind, or maybe he can push one step forward. Hmm. Okay. Hi Vedant, welcome to my channel. He go with bishop b4, so we'll go with h4 as I told, creating pawn storm. I cannot go with bishop there because of this, right? And also I cannot remove this knight because this knight is at the center, very powerful. Actually, both the knights are at the center. So bishop x3, rook d1, securing this knight. I mean rook. He go with h5, preparing for bishop there. Okay, so this is black's turn, where black is thinking. Let's see how he responds to here. In the meantime, if we're going to stream, then to like live stream. So queen c8. Queen c8, we go with bishop d2, offering a fair trade. If he accept, rook accepted back. So he go with bishop g4, and that's a big blunder. Queen take g4, queen take, knight take it back. Okay, okay. So maybe I also did a blunder. He can eliminate, knight eliminate, and he have a way to neutralize his position. Come on. So this is how we can lose the winning game. B take b4, knight take it, pawn take it, okay? So we go with the knight there. At least we'll get one pawn. Okay. So this is black's turn. Welcome to Shadas to my channel. If you want to play against me, you can send me the challenge. So black's turn and black is thinking. Our main plan is simple. Play a5, a6 means we are going to push this pawn forward. So rook comes here, push the pawn forward, a5. We go with rook to t2 and secure the pawn. Preparing for this. I want to play with you. If you want to play against me, you can send me the challenges. Now, you send me the challenge after this game ends, and I can play against you. Okay. So 5 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. Well, let's see what you respond over here. What's your ID? MyChess.com ID is the Kings of Chess official. You can see my chess.com ID over here. Okay, I'm writing it. The Kings. So I shared my chess.com ID. You can see it on the chat box. H5 was the response. My viewers are saying A6. Yeah, that was something what I was saying. Welcome, Yusuf. Okay, so A6 is a good move, but first thing, I think A6 is best. So A6, ultimately, like playing this was not at all reasonable, right? Now he will go with this knight B6. Okay, so knight B6 was the response. If I had pushed this pawn forward, now what's the reason? The main reason that you all can see, we are going to promote, right? But actually that's not true. The main reason is we can take the rook a6, attack these two pieces, and then plan for promoting it. Okay, and c5, c5. Okay, knight c5. Okay, if Joseph try to write in capital letters, if you want to denote any piece like knight, then you need to write in capital letters. That is N capital. Anyway, rook A8. Uh, so easily go with this. Rook A6, attack this knight. You go with knight there. Now the main threat can be this, right? So take the knight. Okay. So we'll take this knight there. What's the main reason? He cannot accept because we will promote to queen, and then we can have a very nice position. So what he can do is he can try knight here, try to attack this rook. Okay, he go with rook d6. Wait, knight there, not helping. Knight capturing. If knight will capture and if rook will capture, then he will make a trip. Okay. So rook takes, he will not take it because he will lose this. But he can take this knight. Oh, shit. So I just blundered the knight. No, that was not a blunder. We can eliminate it. We can take and we will promote. Oh, shit. Thank God. I got a very good pay. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining. And black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black thinks. I mean, how black responds over here. Okay, so he go with rook takes d6. I mean, he was aware for the queen promotion, right? I don't know what's the reason. So, all right, we promote to a queen. King comes to h7. We need to create some attacks like queen e8 attacking this pawn. Okay, so this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move where he go with knight f6. We'll take this queen e5 attacking this rook. So let's see what he responds. He go with rook d5. Hmm. So take this queen behind 2e3. 3 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Rook f5. Create a pin. Take advantage of it. And we can push. Whoa. So I have a very solid idea. Push this pawn forward. This is the pin. So this means black will be busy in securing this pin and we'll continue pushing it forward. So d5, no matter the knight take or rook takes it, we eliminate it. Knight takes, we eliminate this. And once again, rook versus one king. Obviously, who will win? White. So rook goes to, okay, rook d6, eliminating these squares where black king cannot come. So black resigns. And now, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Hmm. Okay, so no challenges are coming. Alright, so we begin with another challenge. And this time I want to play as black. At least one game as black. I'm playing as white only. Hmm. Once again as white. Okay. So we continue with white pieces. And this time we play knight f3. Okay, so here watch the game. Alright, so thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you in the next one.